Okay, so affordances and creativity projects. Um, these are easy to run on site, but it occurs to me that they're not impossible to run online as well for maybe DL students. There's also some scope for DL students to do some real world things too. But the basic idea is that these cognitive tasks, like the alternative uses task, present people with, say, a picture of an object or just the word or just the name, and then ask you to come up with a bunch of uses for it in a couple of minutes. And then we count how many uses you come up with, how original those are by looking at how common those responses were in your sample, things like that. But as an ecological psychologist, I'm very aware of the fact that I can give you a word or I can give you a picture, and those aren't going to have the same affordances or action relevant properties as the actual thing itself. And so I'm working here just piloting up some studies in which we look at how the mode of presentation of this task affects the creativity that comes out, right, in terms of action solutions and things that you can do with the object. And so it's a it's a nice angle on the sort of the idea that we perceive affordances, and that's taking that very seriously. So as I say on the slide, easy things to do on site are to present people with the alternative uses task and just either give them the word for an object or give them an actual object or give them sort of a couple of different kinds of shoes, for example. To do it online has the potential to generate quite a lot of data, which is quite nice. And so one of the things about how you go about evaluating these tasks is, or performance on this task, is that you look to see how original the responses were, how common they were in the sample of the responses that you get. Of course, with a small sample size, there's only so many responses that you're going to get. But with a larger sample size, which we could potentially get online, you could then start actually having a look, examining creativity across a larger cohort, which would be kind of interesting. And there's plenty of other sort of measures and things that we could do as well. So online we could easily do a comparison of words versus pictures, for example, and then we could have pictures of not just a shoe, but pictures of particular kinds of shoes, right? High heels versus sneakers have different actual affordances, I think, and might start producing differences. So there's plenty of ways to start poking around this, and all these kinds of projects, there'd be plenty of scope to kind of pick a particular angle on going after this, and the big data angle as well. Having a lot of information from the online task would actually be pretty cool as well.